what she said. She makes sense though. Pretty, polished, professional. It's your girl, Coach Kim.
Now shut up and pay attention.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite uncertified lifestyle coach, Coach Kim. I'm back again. I know, but I'm back. Hold on. That's good. Cucumber, celery, ginger, and pineapple. You're welcome. It's delicious. Hey y'all, I missed you guys. So you saw the title. We are talking about Love is Blind, which is one of Netflix's most popular reality dating shows that I'm obsessed with. Okay, y'all don't know this, but I've been watching reality dating shows since the early 90s. Like, I don't know if y'all remember Change Your Heart, Blind Date, Singled Out. Those was my shows. Like, so I've been obsessed with these reality dating shows for a while now. And I always said ever since Love is Blind came out back in 2020, I said I'm gonna review the show one day because I really like it. It's entertaining. I didn't have a YouTube channel then, so, but I got one now. So I've been wanting to review it, so now we are. We're actually gonna just do, this is gonna be a Meet the Cast video, not an actual review. So the next video I'm gonna be reviewing episodes 1 through 3, then 3 through 6, and then 7, 8, and 9. Because I've seen 1 through 6 already. I'm just behind. I mean, the show just dropped was that last week on Valentine's Day? They dropped the first 6 episodes. So I have watched all of those, but they just dropped 7, 8, and 9 yesterday. I have to watch those, and then yeah, I was gonna combine 1 through 6 in one video, but I'm not because it's a lot. Okay, so for those that don't know about Love is Blind, it is a reality dating show. They call it an experiment when they first came out, where they take these singles and you're actually talking to somebody through a wall. Like, they're in pods. They call them the pods. And you have a guy and a girl, 2 separate pods. They can't see each other. Okay, so you're getting to know them straight on their personality. Okay, you just hear them, you don't see them. So you have people that are falling in love and proposing to people that they've never seen. That's the whole point of the show, is to fall in love without seeing the person. That's why Love is Blind, right? I will say, I believe it works because there are couples throughout these previous seasons, that are still together, actually married for real, and they just had the first Love is Blind baby. What was that, Zach and Bliss? Congratulations to them. So it does work. Now, a lot of people do end up either saying no at the altar, or they get married, but then they get divorced a little while after the show finished taping. So yeah, so if you don't know how it works, these people meet in the pods. If you make a connection, you propose to that person. Then after you propose, that's when you guys have a reveal. That's when they see the person that they're proposed to. And then they go on this honeymoon, and then they end up moving in together. The whole process is like a 2-month experiment. And at the end of that 2 months, they have a wedding. And then at that wedding, they decide if they're going to actually say yes or no. So that's the basic premise of the show. It's very entertaining though. It's very juicy. It'd be a lot of drama. But I'm obsessed with it. And a lot of America is obsessed with this show. So yeah, I wouldn't even call it a guilty pleasure. It's just a pleasure. Forget it. All right, so there's 30 contestants this season. 15 ladies, 15 guys. We're not going to talk about everybody because everybody don't get screen time. So we're just going to discuss the ones that matter. Sorry. I think they only focus on the ones that's like end up having the most drama, right? Because that makes for good TV with anything. All right, so we're going to start with the women because the ladies first. So up first we have Miss Brittany. She's 25. She is a senior client partner. And I'm just gonna read their bio that Netflix has up here. Brittany says she's still single because she's keeping her standards high. I heard that. And that means not compromising on her strong Christian morals or her distaste for poor dental hygiene. All right. Although she's only 25 years old, Brittany sees herself as wise beyond her years, which has left her feeling frustrated with the casual dating scene in Charlotte. Now, I will say, I have seen the first 6 episodes already, and Brittany is very mature for her age. She does seem older than 25, and she seems very, you can tell she's a strong Christian, and she has morals, so I like Brittany. Let's continue. While she's learning to be more patient with potential suitors, she's only truly interested in a serious relationship that could lead to marriage one day. I'm looking for someone who is strong and able to provide me with peace and a partner, she says. Life is tough, but being able to roll with the punches and continue to grow together is what I'm looking for. I hear that, Brittany. So that's Brittany, y'all. Now, Brittany, Alejandra, no, we're not talking about Alejandra. She didn't get no screen time, so we're going to skip right past her. All right, next up we get AD, which stands for Amber Denise, aka Black Amber, because there's a white Amber on here too, so I'm gonna call her Black Amber. All right, AD is 33. She's a real estate broker, and she says, asking really surface level questions about her physical appearance in the pods is an automatic turnoff for Amber. Let me stop here. Amber got a body, a body. Amber, she got a nice body. I ain't gonna even hate. She got a nice little shape on her. But if y'all watch the show, then you know, if you know. All right. Instead, she's looking for that forever type of love that stems from a soul connection, and she's wasted enough time on men who haven't been ready to commit. Timing just has not been on my side, she says. I've always been ready, and then I meet people who are either halfway ready or lie to me. Amber's ideal guy is empathetic, smart, masculine, and just an overall good person who can handle her tendency to be a bit pushy at times. The former New England Patriots cheerleader, okay girl, is also looking for someone to join her for morning workouts in the gym where she can be found 4 times a week. Okay. Ultimately, respect and friendship are the center of her ideal marriage, and she's not going to sacrifice her integrity for love. Okay. I stand strong in the things I believe in, she says. I'm a strong, proud Black woman, and these are things that I just will not bend on. And you don't have to, AD. Don't bend on shit. Alright, so that's AD, Miss AD. Alright, next we got Mackenzie. Nope, you ain't get no screen time. We ain't talking about you. AC, nope. Sarah Ann. Okay. Now, Sarah Ann, she doesn't end up with anyone, but she does get screen time, and we have to talk about her because she does make a connection with somebody. So Sarah Ann, she's 30, customer support manager. Sarah Ann is something of a dating unicorn in 2024. She says, I have never used a dating app in my entire life. Me neither, girl. Not once, ever, she says. Being single for the last 4 years has primed Sarah Ann to make the most out of the experiment. And she's looking to break some bad habits. Not bad habits. I built up this ideology that I am independent and I can do everything on my own and don't ask for help, she says. That can be a deterrent to men because everyone wants to feel needed. That's true. Sarah Ann is searching for a thoughtful, funny, extremely playful guy in the pods. Someone who will embrace her religious life, as faith is not something she's willing to compromise on. But love is all about timing. And if Sarah Ann can stop being late to everything all the time, her future husband might be waiting on the other side of that glowing blue wall. Okay, Sarah Ann. Yeah, like I said, she doesn't end up engaged to anybody, but if you guys have seen the show, she ends up in like a little love triangle, but the guy ends up picking the other person that he was talking to. So yeah, that's what happened with her. So I wish you well, Sarah Ann. All right, next, Danette. Nope, not talking about her. Sunny. Nope. Laura. Okay, Laura's 34, an account director. Laura has tried every other avenue to find love, and now she's come to Love is Blind with high hopes for establishing a genuine connection, like they all do, right? I'm so ready to find love through this experiment, she says. I need to quit putting people in a box and thinking that I know everything about them by the way that they look. With a few long-term relationships under her belt, Laura knows what she wants, and more importantly, what she won't put up with. I heard that. I've dated plenty of guys who have no idea who they are or where they're going, and I'm looking for someone who's sure of themselves, she says. That's why Laura will gravitate towards real men over mama's boys in the pods who want to settle down and tie the knot. Still, she's learning to lean into compromise, especially when it comes to household chores. She's clashed with past partners about her extremely particular cleaning habits. Okay. Aside from a spotless home, a shared appreciation of music is the quickest way to her heart. When she's not climbing the corporate ladder at work, Laura loves to attend music festivals around the world. Okay, Laura. I don't know. Laura's okay. She's not one of my favorites on the show, but she's alright. Alright, next we got, Miss Jessica. Now, if y'all have seen the show, y'all already know about Miss Jessica. And Jessica's 29. She's an executive assistant. Jessica also ends up in a crazy little love triangle thing. She does end up getting engaged, but she is an important factor on the show. So let's get into her. If you tend to judge a book by its cover, you'll likely miss out on Jessica's really funny and goofy personality. Above almost everything else, for me, is a good sense of humor, she says. One thing about me is I'm going to laugh, and so that means he's going to be laughing all the time, whether it be with me or at me. Jokes aside, Jessica is ready to push past any reservations and lead with vulnerability. I can't say it. Lead with the vulnerability in the pots. As she's never really given someone the chance to fully know her. If she does forge a connection there, her future husband must embrace not only Jessica, but also her daughter, who comes first in her life. Someone who couldn't accept her daughter would be a total deal breaker and a complete red flag because we're a package deal, she says. As a single mother, Jessica has been completely focused on raising her 10-year-old, but now she's ready to put herself first in this experiment to find the right person to join their loving family. Now, Jessica is 29. She has a 10-year-old. So I mean, she had a baby kind of young. No, she's 18, 19. So yeah, that is a deal breaker for some guys if you have a kid, but not many. Now, this is the first person though in Love is Blind history that has a child that's on the show. She's the first one that has a kid. So, like I said, I've seen the first 6 episodes already. I already know that is the reason why the guy that she was interested in picked the other girl. That's the reason why, because she had a child. Because if he asked her what she looked like, we gonna get into that in another video, child. Because what he ended up picking, what he thought he was getting, it wasn't it. But let's move on. Danielle, nope, she didn't get no screen time. Oh. Chelsea. All right, Chelsea is 31 and a flight attendant and event planner. Now, spoiler alert, I don't like Chelsea. This chick is a trip, man. Really quick, look at her, right? And then let's look at the previous lady I just talked about, Jessica. This is Jessica, right? Jessica and Chelsea end up being interested in the same guy. And the guy ends up picking Chelsea. And like I said, this is Love is Blind, so they don't know what the person looks like. But this chick right here, Chelsea, told the guy in the pod, that she looked like Megan Fox. Megan the Fox. She said that people calls her Megan Fox. And mind you, this is actually a really nice picture of her. This is a good picture. Let me take a, let's see. Because what we're not going to do is do Megan Fox like that. Now, like I said, for y'all that watch the show, y'all done seen all the drama that unfolded with this, right? The foolishness. And y'all see what's going on online. If you follow this news on YouTube, everybody's talking about how she told Jimmy that people call her Megan Fox. It's a big thing online right now because people are like, the audacity of you. First of all, no, you don't. Don't nobody say you look like Megan Fox, bro. No, they don't. I'm sorry. What? Cause you got a tattoo maybe on your arm? That could be a whole nother separate video, but yeah. And I honestly feel like Jimmy chose her because that nigga thought he was about to meet Megan Fox. That's why he chose her. See, Jessica didn't lead with her looks. And you're not really supposed to even tell the other person what you look like because it's called Love is Blind, okay? You're not supposed to know what the person look like. But she was just, let's move on. All right, like I said, she's 31. She's a flight attendant and event planner. Love is Blind is the opportunity Chelsea has been preparing for her whole life. Your whole life, girl. As she feels she's waited long enough to find her forever person, travel buddy, best friend, and husband. But don't get it twisted. Independence is key to Chelsea's ideal relationship because of her passion for solo traveling around the world. Still, she'd love to have someone to tag along for spontaneous adventures, especially if he's the one navigating, because driving isn't one of Chelsea's strong suits. Guys who just want to sit around all day and play video games get on her nerves because she's all about going outside and exploring the great outdoors. Other pet peeves? Well, following too many women on social media, smoking, and love bombing are all red flags for Chelsea. Love bombing? She's ready to give the green light, but only to the right person. Someone who can break down her barriers and connect on a more intimate level. This girl is a train wreck. Like, and you know what I'm talking about if you watch the show. She's a manipulator, gaslighter, train wreck. We gonna move on, Chelsea. All right, next we got Amy. Amy is 28 and an e-commerce specialist. Modern romance has left Amy feeling hopeless about finding love. I don't go on dates. I literally work and hang out with my friends and family, she says. I don't have the patience for apps and feel like they're superficial. She's more than ready for the experiment to kick her journey. What? That don't sound right. She's more than ready for the experiment to kick her journey to find a soulmate into high gear and break down her walls. Amy is particularly drawn to creative types. She learned how to play the ukulele, how you say it? Whatever, during COVID, and spends her weekends singing karaoke and would love to find somebody to collaborate with and share their passions. Above all else, Amy's future partner must not only get along with her family, but also establish a really good connection with them and her culture. Okay, so for y'all that don't know, Amy is Latino. So she needs to find somebody that's, okay with her culture, child. Also, it doesn't hurt if there's a guy out there who can snap a good pic. I love taking pictures. He better get ready to be an Instagram photographer. Let's move on. Amber. Now, Amber doesn't get proposed to either, but she is another one that's in a love triangle. All right, Amber is 31 and a medical device sales. And is in medical device sales. All right, prior relationships have made Amber realize just how integral trust is to a genuine partnership. That's a big thing that I haven't had in the past, she says. A deal breaker would be someone who has cheated. Getting along well with her extremely tight-knit family is another non-negotiable, as Amber FaceTimes with them almost every single day. Falling in love sight unseen might be a risk, but dating guys on Hinge is just as daunting for Amber, who wants to spend her life with a compassionate and confident man. This opportunity is amazing because it removes what we don't like about the dating world nowadays, she says. It's all about really getting to know somebody for who they are to the core, which is what makes a relationship last. Child, that's true and all, but I mean, I gotta be attracted to. I couldn't do this. I mean, because let's just think about it for a second. I mean, I get it. Connecting with somebody mentally, right? That is important. That's important. But the physical is important too. I'm sorry. I ain't bending on that. I ain't bending on that. All right. Ashley. Ashley did not get no screen time. We're not talking about her. All right. Yep. So that's it for the ladies. That's it for the ladies that actually mean something on the show. All right. Now for the men. This dude here. First up, y'all, we get Matthew Clark Kent, aka Jeffrey Dahmer. You already know if you watch the show. I don't know how he got on the show. He's probably the weirdest contestant they've ever had in the history of the 6 seasons. Yeah, he's a little diabolical. So okay. Matthew, 37. He's actually the oldest one on the show. Which they need to start putting older people on the show. I'm trying, like in all 6 seasons, y'all keep having these little, like, no, y'all need some mature people on this show, okay? Y'all need some people in their 40s, okay? Mid 30s to 40s on this show, because these young people they just don't know what the hell they doing. All right, anyway. We got Matthew. He's 37 and a senior financial advisor. Matthew knows he's been emotionally guarded when it comes to past relationships. And that's why he's choosing to confront his issues head on with Love is Blind. When life presents you with an opportunity which takes that weakness and exposes it, how can you turn it down if it's really important to find that special someone? If he can tear his walls down, Matthew is looking for an intelligent, caring, considerate, hardworking, and driven woman in the pods who won't mind his boxer dog sleeping in the bed with them. But he's ready to put it all on the line to meet his perfect match, adding, I don't think there's anything that I wouldn't sacrifice to find the right person, and my commitment to this experiment is evidence of that. Now, Matthew, I think Matthew just wanted to be on the show just to try to get some type of popularity, because he mentioned numerous times, like, oh, I didn't want to come on here just to be a C-list celebrity. Like, you mentioning that means you wanted to come on there to be a C-list celebrity. And then he says stuff like, oh, I know America's watching. And he just mentions the camera a lot. Like, it's given you just wanted to be on TV. And he a psychopath. Like, this dude is a psycho. Like I said, if you've seen the show already, you know. You already know. Let's move on off Matthew for he made me mad. All right, next we got Kenneth. Mr. Kenneth. Kenneth is 26 and a middle school principal. I like Kenneth. Kenneth is very sweet. I'm gonna just say that. Kenneth is a sweet guy, and he seems much older than he is. If you've seen him on the show, he's very mature. And like I said, I mean, this is some spoilers because the show is already out. It's been out for a week. Most of y'all have seen it already, so I ain't telling y'all. Pretty much now y'all know. Y'all know Kenneth ended up getting with the other Christian girl that's mature. Was it Brittany? They end up getting together, and I'm rooting for them. I hope they last. Kenneth Kenneth's relationship with God and his family come first, and he's looking for a partner who's aligned to making both a priority. Those two things are very pivotal to my existence and being able to navigate life, he says. His perfect woman is caring, compassionate, intelligent, nurturing, and most of all, just authentic to who they are. Kenneth immediately takes note of self-serving behavior, which is a major turnoff. A red flag for me is when I see signs of no empathy or compassion, he says. As a middle school principal, those qualities come naturally to Kenneth, who's now at a stage in his life to let a woman give them back in return. Okay. I want to find someone who can see and say, I love you for you and you love me for me, he says. Once that is secure, we can build off of that foundation. Like I said, Ken ends up proposing to Brittany. They both are mature for their age. I don't know many principals that's 26. Is that too young? Is he lying? 26 and a principal? I don't know. Y'all let me know. Can you be a principal at 26? Whatever. But he a Christian. They both love God. They both mature. So he does say this is his first white girl he's ever dated. But they seem to, like, so far they seem to be right for each other. I'm rooting for them. All right. Okay, Kenneth, let's go. Austin, nope. You ain't getting nope. So I don't even know who you are. Oh, poor Jamal. Jamal ain't getting no screen time. Jimmy. Next we have Jimmy the Cricket. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Sorry, Jimmy. Jimmy is 28, looking 48. He's software sales. Jimmy is so ready to get married. In fact, he has been for a while now, but dating in the real world just hasn't been working. His need for someone to check every box has led Jimmy astray in past relationships. So now he's trying to really get to know someone and build a connection. As a first-generation college student on both sides of his family, Jimmy is hoping to meet a woman whose ambition matches his own. And if not, he says he must at least push him. He says she must at least push him to be the person he wants to be. Otherwise, Jimmy says he's very open-minded when it comes to dating. And as a self-admitted loud snorer, he's hoping that his future partner will be too. What? You want your partner to snore? What madness is that? Anyway. Now, I know I call this man Jiminy Cricket, but just take a look, y'all. Like, and we ain't too far off base here. Let me get this side by side. I was watching it's these two white guys who review Love is Blind. I was watching their show. And they the ones call him Jiminy Cricket first. I'm like, that he do look like Jiminy Cricket. And then everybody started calling him Jiminy Cricket. But he do. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Alright, let's move along. Vince, I don't even know who you is, bro. They ain't put you on. They ain't saying nothing. Okay. Clay. Alright, Clay. Playboy Clay. Alright. Clay is 31 and he's an enterprise sales entrepreneur. That name. Adaptability is at the top of Clay's list when it comes to qualities he's looking for in a partner. Relationships are a roller coaster, and I need somebody who's going to stay with me through the test of time, he shares. Cleanliness also ranks fairly high, as Clay has no patience for bad hygiene. If you're smelling bad, I'm going to tell you, he says. However, he's also working on his overly blunt delivery, which he says has been a point of contention in past relationships. But at the end of the day, Clay won't compromise on being himself, as he's searching for a soulmate who isn't looking to change him or his self-admitted huge ego, which he knows could annoy his potential wife. Underneath it all, Clay says he's a very vulnerable guy who's ready to finally put the effort in the love department. I got myself a house. I got myself a good job, he says. This is the moment where I'm ready. Now, Clay ends up with AD, right? AD is a black Amber with a big booty. When they were in the pods talking, Clay was not unapologetic that he is into physical. He wants to know what you look like. He said he's into big booties, lips, everything. Like you ain't getting no ring if you ain't got no big ass. Basically, I mean, that's basically what he said. Now, he just so happened to look up and AD had a nice body, because you're not even supposed to discuss physical attributes like that in the pods. You're not supposed to tell your race, how you look, none of that. But this season, I noticed some of them were revealing what race they were. I mean, you can, but it's not encouraged, because they really want you to fall in love with the person strictly off their personality, you know, not what their race is or what they look like. But child, AD, he lucky. I just say that. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff online, like people are kind of like torn, like if they like him or don't. A lot of people say they don't like him because he seems to be full of himself, got an ego. I don't think it, I mean, it's nothing wrong with being a confident person. You know, we already discussed that before in one of my videos. Ain't nothing wrong being confident, you know. If you know you got something, you got it, whatever. And I mean, it's a difference in being overly confident and being assured of yourself. I don't know. But, and then people are calling him zesty. I don't really get zesty from him. But child, I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, Nolan, child, who's you? They don't talk about him at all on the show. Okay, Trevor. I like Trevor. Yeah, and if you've seen the show, you know Trevor is like a big sweet teddy bear dude. Now look at him on the show, you think like, oh, just some big meathead lumberjack looking guy. I mean, that is what he gives off. But once he starts talking, this guy is so sweet, and I hate how things turned out for him. He got his heart broke. He was in a love triangle with Jiminy Cricket and Megan Not a Fox. Oh, Trevor. Anyway, Trevor's 31, project manager. Trevor has experienced the many phases of dating throughout his 20s. Hookups, messing around, and not taking relationships seriously. But now he's done with all of that and ready to commit to his forever partner. She must be just as driven as he is, because a red flag is someone who has no goals, he says. And if she can keep up with his physical fitness routine and ignore his bad habit of chewing ice while watching TV, Trevor is looking forward to starting his next chapter with a wife and his 3 dogs, who are like his children. Trevor has a major soft spot for kids and has worked as a caretaker for children with disabilities directly out of college. I'm very patient with them, he says. I love interacting with kids with special needs, and I worked at camps with an array of kids with Down syndrome, and or on the autism spectrum. Oh, Trevor's a great guy. You know what? At first, I didn't pay no attention to Trevor, but once I saw him in the pods, I'm like, wow, he's there for the right reasons. You can tell he's there for the right reasons. And he was genuine. He was all in for Chelsea. Y'all gonna, if you haven't watched the show, once I do my review videos, you'll see all the stuff I'm talking about. But he really liked Chelsea, the one that lied, said she liked Megan Fox. And he didn't even tell her the Megan Fox thing, which they didn't show that. She told the other guy that ended up picking her. But he was all into her just strictly, you know, because of who she was or who she thought she was or whatever. He got his heart broken because, yeah, she said yes to Jiminy Cricket. But hey, that's life. All right, moving on. Drake. Child, they did not talk about you. Ariel, they ain't talk about you. They get y'all no screen time, child. You know y'all is. Okay, Jeremy. Jeremy is 32 and he's in intralogistics, whatever the hell that is. Y'all know what that is? Y'all know what it is, let me know. Jeremy says he has 2 speeds, couch potato and doing something outdoorsy. He's looking for a partner who can match his energy on both fronts in hopes of building a full life together someday. A daily routine is a big priority for Jeremy, whose perfect match can join in his daily ritual of working out and being physically active. Sleep is just as important, but Jeremy hopes that snoring like a freight train won't get on his partner's nerves. Chill. Ultimately, he's hoping to forge a life-changing and authentic soul connection with his future spouse, as he's done with superficial dating practices on the apps and social media. A deal breaker for me in a relationship is someone who's just not genuine, he says. Okay. Jeremy's cool. I like Jeremy. He ends up being very playful and goofy. He's cool. He cool dude though. He's cool. All right, who we get next? Dion. Nope, they didn't give you no screen time. Ben, who the hell are you? I did not see you on the show. Oh, Johnny. Johnny is 28 and an account executive. Johnny has tried to find the one through dating apps. Is everybody on these dating apps? Is that a real thing? Like, do people really be finding people on dating apps? I don't know. But anyway, he says he's tried to find the one through dating apps, in grocery stores, and yes, even on blind dates. But he's had trouble forming anything beyond a really surface level connection. So he's coming to Love is Blind to tune out all other distractions and dig deep. Independent women, please come to the front, because Johnny is attracted to people who stand on their own 2 feet. Meaning he ain't trying to help you do nothing. You better have a good job, your own car, and be ready to go 50-50. Okay. Anyway. He's also hoping his forever partner will join him on the slopes. He's an avid snowboarder who hits the mountains almost every weekend and in the skies, as he has dreams of learning how to fly a plane. Okay. But Johnny has his feet fully planted on the ground when it comes to love, adding, "I'm not just some 27-year-old kid. I'm an adult now, and I want to see what it takes to make this experience work." Johnny's okay. He's cool. I mean, he's okay. He was a little boring, but he was alright. He was cool. All right. So yeah, so that's it for the people that actually that you actually come to know on this show, that actually got into relationships and that they gave screen time to. Because like I said, it's 30 contestants, but we only talked about 15 because those are the ones that they really show. Now, sometimes on Love is Blind, we find out later that other people did in fact get engaged, and they just didn't air their stories on the show. So some other people could have gotten engaged, we don't know yet because it hasn't come out. But yeah, that happens sometimes. So yeah, so these are the couples. So by the end of episode 5, I believe. All the couples are together. Everyone has proposed by episode 5. So our couples are Amy and Johnny. We got Brittany and Kenneth. We got Black Amber and Clay, which we call her AD. We got Laura and Jeremy. And then we got Megan Not a Fox and Jiminy Cricket. Chelsea and Jimmy. Yeah, they end up being a couple. So yeah, those are the 5 couples. And like I said, I watched episode 1 through 6. They just dropped 7, 8, and 9 last night. I haven't watched those yet, but I might try to watch those tonight and tomorrow. It don't take long to watch 3 episodes. I mean, they are like an hour long a piece, but when you're watching a show you really like, it's easy to binge watch it, so it's whatever. Like I said, my next video will be a review on episodes 1 through 3, and then I'm gonna do 3 through 6, and then 7, 8, 9. Hopefully by next week I'll be caught up before they drop 10, 11, and 12, which I think that's gonna be the end of the season. I think it's only 12 episodes. I wish it was more. Like the other seasons had like 14, 15 episodes. The last season only had 10 because they end up not showing one couple. They got kicked off. Well, whatever. That's another story. But yeah, I think it's only gonna be 12 episodes. So I'm looking forward to doing this review video for you guys. It's about to, from the previews for episodes that I haven't seen yet, some shit about to go down. It's about to hit the fan with these people. And this show is real. Like, this is a real reality show. And these people be married for real. If they do say yes, they have, it's a real marriage license. They are married for real, and they have to get a real divorce if they decide they don't want to be together. So this show ain't no joke, you know. I mean, you are entering in a real relationship, in a real marriage. So you have to get a real divorce if you don't want this person. So that's the cast, y'all. People that do watch the show, let me know what you think of it so far. If you watched the first 6 episodes, if you've never watched this show, go watch it on Netflix. I just feel like you need to watch the first season though. Like, I hate coming in on a show that's deep in the season. I have not watched the previous seasons. I don't like that. So, I mean, I don't know. I would say like this season is so good and juicy. I would just say go watch season 6. But I feel like you need to watch the first season, you know. But whatever. If you don't have Netflix, ask somebody for their password, I guess. If it's possible. That's the only way to watch the show is on Netflix, so do what you gotta do. But yeah, so that's that. I will see you guys in the next video. Like I said, I'm back. I missed y'all, and see you next time. Bye.